Oh wait, let's do this.
There's a button that says go live.
There we go. What's up, guys?
Hey.
This is actually going to be really cool. I'm super stoked about this. Looks like everything should be working. Let's just double check that the audio is working correctly. There we go. Yep, audio's working. All right. So we're gonna be doing some cool stuff. I'm gonna pop the chat out here. Yep, chat's gonna be over here. So let's keep an eye on that, honey.
Okay.
And then we're going to open a new tab, and we'll have to switch to. People, hey. Audio's fine. Good to know. Using our new microphones that we bought. These are the Rode, what are they? The Rode Wireless Go 2. And it's actually really awesome. They're wireless, so we could like walk in the other room and still, you guys would be able to hear us. Hello, Sasha. How's it going? What am I doing? Okay, we're doing PC part picker. Sweet. All right, so let's switch to browser and portrait. Yeah. All right, so the plan is, oh wait, am I logged in? Let's go back to close up real fast. The plan is that we're going to be building our new editing PC. Come on. We're going to be building our new editing workstation, and we're going to actually be doing a live build once we get all the parts in. And one of our employees, Ethan, is going to be on site doing the camera, and we're going to be doing the build. This is going to be fun. But first, we actually have to pick the parts, right? Ooh, pardon me.
Yeah, we just ate dinner, so.
We just ate dinner, and I'm drinking a Rolling Rock. Rolling Rock is one of my favorite beers, which I know a lot of people are like, ew, Rolling Rock, but I like it.
I'm more just like, ew, beer.
Yeah, you don't like beer?
I like cider. I mean, I'll take a sip if you offer, but that's about it.
Oh, you want a sip?
Not today.
Hello,
Thank you,
Michael O'Lear. Hello, Edward.
Hello.
Steam Deck. It's going to be pretty costly, Sasha. Yes, it is. Whoops, I want to keep that open. All right. So I was like kind of futzing around with parts earlier. I don't know if it's still in here or not. It's not. Good, because I want to just start fresh, and I want your guys' opinion on parts and stuff like that. So actually, you know what we should have open here more than that is this. Yeah, that's going to do well.
You guys are going to be way more helpful than I am because I don't know anything about this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, it's like, it's really not that difficult to put a PC together. Like, if you've ever done it before, you'll know that how simple it is, right? But I don't think you have, right?
No, my stepbrother did, though.
Ah, okay, right. So let's switch over to our PC part picker page. Our budget is about $2,500 for a PC, so that's going to cost a bit of money. We might end up going over depending on the features that we're looking for. One page I want open actually is we want so does anyone in the chat know what the minimum specs for DaVinci Resolve are? Like, what are the specifications they recommend for Linux editing? Because honestly, I'll be totally honest with you guys. For the last couple of months, we've been trying to like use Adobe to do editing, and it's just garbage. Like, I'm still using Kden Live for most of my videos, or I'd say about half of my videos, but it's like Adobe. We have clients that use Adobe in their day-to-day, and we have to kind of adapt to what they're doing because that's how we make a living. So instead of using Adobe though, like, because it's just been such a pain in the ass, what we want to do is actually use DaVinci Resolve because there's a native Linux version and all that jazz. But the issue with DaVinci is that it's pretty particular on the specifications that it requires for a Linux rig. So I'm trying to find like the minimum specs. I believe they don't like the Nvidia, or they only like Nvidia. They don't like AMD. So if anyone knows where to find, I think tech specs. Let's see, speed editor. Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, okay, here, right. What do we got? Software. No, I don't want to download it. I'm not sure. Resolve minimum requirements. Welcome to everyone else who has joined the stream. We've got 27 concurrent viewers.
Nice.
Thank
29.
you. 29. Heck yeah. Okay, so OS version is CentOS 7.3. Not going to happen. 32 gigs of RAM, discrete GPU with at least 2 gigabytes of VRAM, OpenCL or CUDA 11. Blackmagic design. Okay, one more row. What else is in here? Let's see. Linux. Something's going on with my scrolling here. SSD for OS, SSD for media. Yeah, so really what we're trying to do is hit these specs. I haven't actually picked any stuff yet, Rish. We're over here just kind of we're getting ready. We're preparing to pick our specs, and we're hoping that you guys will be able to throw some suggestions in here as well. Yeah, I'm not sure what version this is for. Version 17. I'm gonna say generously. I want a core a Ryzen 9 CPU and a minimum of 64 gigs, dual channel to start, but I want to have the option to quad channel to 128. And as far as graphics go, I think that's really going to be our biggest bottleneck in terms of cost and everything. So let's come over here and let's just start. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can actually read what I'm looking at here. The first thing, I know what I want for a CPU. I want the Ryzen 9 5900X, right? This thing has 12 cores, right? And if we compare, you need a minimum of 4 cores for HD, 6 for 4K, and 18 for 8K. And if we get that camera we're talking about, we will be editing in 8K. So this has 18, this requires 18 cores for 8K, and this has 12. Mm-hmm. Ugh.
Okay.
Ugh.
In response to MavFan1, I don't know anything, so no, how much do those RAM cost?
So a 3090 Ti, I honestly don't know what that costs right now because the GPU prices fluctuate, but we're looking at a solid $1,000 or more for that.
Right.
And 100,
half the budget.
Yeah, and 128 gigs of RAM can cost $300-400 from what I've been like specking out.
Okay.
Let's see. So we need 18 cores. So maybe the Ryzen 9 is not what we want. Let's sort by core count. So let's jump up to 18. We got a Threadripper. Ooh, boy. That's expensive.
Yeah. No.
Ay, ay, ay. I mean, even the Core i9s are like really, really expensive. Only Intel Extreme and Threadripper have actual more than 2 channels. I did not know that, Blake. This is why I'm doing this on a live stream, so that you guys can inform me, because I'm a software guy. I am not in any way, shape, or form a hardware guy. I know the basics, and I've watched Linus Tech Tips, so some of you might think I'm uninformed. Are we in focus, by the way? Did we set the focus? I don't even know. I can't tell on the camera on the preview here. I think we are in focus. Yeah, we're good enough, right?
Sure.
PSB, what does Ledge Gardiner mean?
You're a legend. It's like,
Oh.
it's like slang, like you're a ledge.
I'll take that. I'll take that. I appreciate that. So somebody Rishmage says the 5950X. So let's reduce the core count and let's just type in 5950X.
That's not the search bar.
Whoops. I don't know. Okay.
That's pretty much all the help I'll be.
16 cores for $548. It's probably the closest you can get. 18 cores or 18 threads. But that would be the highest without going to Threadripper. Yeah, I think that's probably what I'm going to end up with. Yeah, let's just start with this, okay?
All right.
So we've got, that's a solid fifth of our budget. Honestly, we can probably go a lot higher with our budget, because, well, we're not going to talk about that yet, but there's some cool stuff in the pipeline, guys. There's some really cool stuff. So we've got some room to play here. This might end up being a $3,500 PC for our editing purposes.
Nice.
Not to be confused with our editing porpoises.
No.
No, we don't want to edit. We don't want our porpoises editing here.
No.
What kind of content would you shoot in 8K? So, MV fan, or Mav fan, the kind of stuff we're shooting in 8K, I don't want to go too deep into specifics on this, but there's a lot of opportunities around here for, what's the term I'm looking for? Local commercials, and that's kind of one of the things that Heavy Element is doing now. It's what we're getting into anyway. And so being able to shoot local commercials in 8K, having them look professional and be edited professionally, We've already done commercials. We've mastered all of the commercials we've done in 4K so far. But I really want to be able to stand out from the crowd and be like, shooting and mastering in 8K. I know none of the broadcasters around here are actually doing 8K, but I want to be able to, drop the mic on the competition. In terms of for this channel, though, if we have an 8K camera, we're just going to shoot in 8K, right? Yeah.
Why not?
Why not, right? I mean, do it. So let's go with the motherboard here. Let's pick the motherboard next. So for motherboard, I'd like upgradability, and I'd like to have 4 RAM slots so that I can buy 2 sticks of RAM now and upgrade down the line to 4, add 2 more on it. So if we go, we only have DDR4 options, it looks like. I built my workstation with a 5950X and a 3080 Ti, came out to 3,300 pounds, or is that euros? That's euros. But the graphics card was expensive back then. Yeah, from what I've seen, the graphics cards are actually like rather reasonable at this point compared to what they've been. Blake says, I really like Gigabyte's X570 AORUS series. ASUS X570s are decent too. Yeah, I just remember, I don't know if you guys have been around long enough to remember when I built the PC that we're on right now. I named it Dargo after a character from Farscape. And Wendell from Level 1 actually helped me build it. And I just remember him like the X370, X490, you know, he just like listed up. He was like intentionally trying, I think it was a sketch actually that we were doing. He was intentionally trying to like overwhelmed me with information as part of the sketch, and I thought it was pretty funny. So every time I read X something 70, I'm like, Wendell. I think about tech, level 1 techs. So in terms of what I want here, let's look for chipset, max memory, memory slots. Let's go up to 4. We do have we have several options for 4 slots of RAM. And I would like to have multiple PCI 16 slots. Let's say a minimum of 2. And let's say minimum of 1. Ooh, we're probably not going to find. Yeah. Okay. So what was Wendell is amazing. I love Wendell. Gigabytes. Let's look for Gigabytes X 570 ARS. So that has Wi-Fi. Is there a non-Wi-Fi version, Blake? Because I don't need Wi-Fi. Like I will never need Wi-Fi, and I just feel like I don't need all the extra complexity of having Wi-Fi on it. Let's. Yeah, there should be. Okay, Gigabyte. X570. ARS Elite. Yeah, see, and you save money too. ARS Master. What's the difference here? What's the major difference? So we have. Is this the Elite? ARS Master. Elite. So rear I/O is important. Front I/O expansion headers are important because we've got it kind of narrowed down. And I guess it's like aesthetic, honestly, because the case that I want is going to have a side panel. You need good VRM. Yeah. That's true. I definitely do. Leonard, I do want more PCIe lanes. Master mainly has better VRMs, a bit better connectivity. I particularly like the Master for my VM setup because it uses different PCIe lanes for things like USB controllers. Yeah, so you're recommending the Master then? See, this is $399 versus this one, which is $149. Yeah, the thing is, I do think we're gonna need many PCIe lanes, like, because I'm gonna put a 10 gigabit NIC in here as well. What does this one have for let's see. Onboard Ethernet 2.5 gig. Yeah, I probably have to have a 10 gig here at some point. Maybe not right off the bat, but we will have 10 gig internet Ethernet in here. Mm-hmm. Master has dual 1 gigabit and 2.5 gigabit. Okay. It doesn't list the other ones here though. ASRock. Let's type in ASRock and see what that's. ASRock X570 Phantom Gaming.
What does that mean? Phantom Gaming.
I mean, it's like their brand name.
Oh.
Like ASRock is their company. Phantom Gaming 4 is like the line of motherboard. Yeah. So, which one of these would you recommend, Blake? Because let's see. Let's go with the most expensive one. Yeah. Because when you're picking a motherboard, I mean, this is going to be one of the most important parts, just because of what it includes, what it doesn't include, and what it supports for expansion.
Okay.
Thanks, Blake. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, you're way more helpful than I am. Here I am like, what's Phantom Gaming mean?
Yeah, so, I mean, I think the problem is when I put in, the other day when I put in a 10 gigabit NIC, it was like, it just didn't have many options. So let's just like sort by 10 gig.
What's a NIC?
Network interface card.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, we have the, yeah, this is the 599 one. So let's just clear the search and just sort by this. And of course, these are like really expensive. Aorus X570 Master. Yeah, I think an add-in card is what we're going to be going for, because like this is, I mean, these are just too expensive. I can't justify that just to have onboard at 10 gig. A lot of people are saying the X570 Master. All right, let's... That seems like a popular choice among the Linux elite in here in this chat. We have 26 viewers right now. That's pretty sick. Anyone here watching Doom Patrol? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, somehow I got Gardiner into a superhero show.
I'm not a superhero guy. I don't like superheroes. I think they're boring. But Doom Patrol is
Yeah,
it's good stuff. I like
had
it a lot.
You'd like it.
Yeah, it reminds me of Farscape and like early 90s, mid to late 90s sci-fi. Actually, it's pretty great.
It's wonderful.
All right, I think everybody's kind of 34 watching. Oh yeah, it says 33 here in my dashboard. So I mean, it's probably pretty close. If you don't believe me, 33. There you go. All right, let's just go with this. I think.
Did you see Blake got back to you? Oh, I've heard Umbrella Academy is really good. I've been meaning to watch that. And yes, Brendan Fraser is in it, and he's amazing.
He does a voice of one of the characters.
Yeah. And he shows up.
He shows up occasionally live action too. I really like Brendan Fraser, and he does a great job with the character.
So good.
Anyway, so Blake says, I really like the Master, just a bit hard to justify the cost if you don't want the 2.5 gigabit LAN, Wi-Fi, and in my particular case, the USB controllers. I think USB, having dedicated lanes for the USB makes sense. It looks like it has 4 M2 slots for storage, which is really great. It means like we can upgrade storage down the line. Does it have? It has USB 3.2 Gen 1 and Gen 2 headers, so that's good, because that means we can basically get any case we want, and maybe add in, not add in cards, but like, you know, if the case doesn't have Gen 2 headers, if the case doesn't have Gen 2 ports, we could put in a PCIe slot, an expansion, whatever the heck I'm talking. You guys know what I'm talking about. She doesn't, but
Not a word. That just went over my head.
You're waiting for the next season of Doom Patrol. We have 1 episode left before the end of the season 3. So yeah, don't spoil anything for us. We're gonna check. We're gonna probably watch it after the live stream. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's such a good show.
It's
Oh
so
my
good.
gosh. Anyway, and Farscape is one of my favorite frickin' shows of all time. The man from Vulcan, you know what I'm talking about. Mr. Spock.
Oh, yeah, I know. Sorry. I know that.
Yeah, I know that.
I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that. I know that.
It has 3 M2. This says it has 4. But that's okay. I mean, it might, if we just go to like the product page, it probably will say the correct number here. Of course, we're logged into Amazon, which is what I don't want, but that's all right. Yeah. Oh yeah, I had one in my cart that I was looking at. Oh, this has Wi-Fi. I don't know why, but like the idea of a desktop that with built-in Wi-Fi just kind of pisses me off. It just irritates me for some reason. I'm not seeing M2 slots. No. M.2. It says it has. Look, right here. Ultra fast NVMe PCIe 4.0/3.0 X4. Is that like 3x4 lanes, or what is that? I don't know. It probably would make more sense if we went to like Newegg, that's special instead of Amazon.
New egg as opposed to old egg.
Right, you don't want old egg.
No.
Everybody's criticizing the fact that I clicked on Amazon. Yeah, rightfully so, my dudes. Expansion, but it doesn't. It's not internal I/O controllers, physical spec, features. Hello, M.2. Oh, look. Okay, so we have one M2 supporting socket 3 M key type. Okay. Integrated in the CPU, integrated in the chipset, and then 2 integrated in the chipset supporting PCIe 4.0. That's confusing, but it looks like there are actually 4 ports. But only for certain types of processors? That's weird. Oh yeah, Bluetooth. That actually, Felix, you're right about that. Having Wi-Fi on the motherboard means you have Bluetooth built in.
Yeah, Blake said that earlier too, I think.
I missed that, Blake. I apologize. Okay, I trust you, Blake. Maybe this is just like some, because it looks like it's like only these processors have these connectivity, so it could be that it's like it's these two or these two, right? That's what it could be. All right. Well, I think this is the one I'm probably going to stick with. Let's just add this to. Oh, we have potential issues. Ryzen does not include a stock CPU. Okay, yeah, we got it. We need a cooler.
Okay.
We need a cooler. The man from Vulcan says ASUS AMD Ryzen X570 ROG Crosshair 7 Dark Hero. Or is that 8? That's 8. Dark Hero. Well, let's look up this one here. Crosshair Dark Hero AM4. Check out the ASUS X570 Tough Wi-Fi. Okay, we're going to look at these ones too, I guess. So I'll do this one. I should have clicked that because it popped right up. All right. Oh my God, that's even more expensive than the other one, the one we settled with. What does it have for specs though? 3 slots, okay, and one 1X slot. That's good. Onboard Ethernet. It has 2 network interfaces. The other one doesn't have 2. This only has 2 headers, one Gen 1 and one Gen 2. And it has Wi-Fi. And it has 2 slots. So I think the other one is a better value because the other one has 3 slots at least. It might not have 4. We don't know. And then it has an extra Gen 1 header. What's the other thing that it had? This one doesn't have. I don't remember. Let's see. What is the... Somebody said... one other one here. ASUS 580 Tough Wi-Fi. X570. Guys, I'm dyslexic. Please, please do not judge me. I'm so bad at reading. I read fine in my head. That's the thing. Like when I'm reading in my head, I read it fine, but then trying to say it. And the worst part is like when I say it, my brain hears what I'm saying and it's like that's not right, but then I just get confused rather than knowing, like, correcting myself. It's bad. Dyslexia sucks, just so you know.
There.
All right, what do we got here? So 2 PCIe slots, 2 1X slots, 2 M2 slots, 1 2.5 gig NIC, 2 USB 2.0 headers, 1 Gen 1 header and 1 Gen 2 header. Yeah, and this is significantly cheaper. It's like $100 cheaper than the other one. And a Gen 1 port, I mean a PCIe 1X slot can support 10 gigabit networking, I believe. Am I wrong about that, guys? The Noctua NHU14S. Yeah, I think that's probably what I'm going to go with. I don't know. What do you think about this motherboard, guys? I kind of wanted to just be settled on the other one, but like this one's a little cheaper and it has room for expansion. And it's not like I'm going to be putting like 2 graphics cards in the machine, you know? Like there's not really a reason to do that nowadays. Felix, I don't know what my overall budget is. It's between 25 and 3,500 probably. Yeah, I like this one too, Blake. We're losing 1 slot for M2 expansion, but it's got 2 PCIe 1.0 1X speeds, and we have 2 PCIe 16. Same gigabit. What do you have?
No, just the all caps from Zachariah.
Just bite the bullet and get this one. Yeah, you're right, Zach. I should definitely. Doesn't support error correcting memory. Guys, come on. It's got to support error correcting memory. All right, we're going to do this one. Yeah, this one costs less than the other one. Sweet. All right, time for a CPU cooler. Hey, we got 39 folks watching right now, Emily.
Nice. 35.
Wow, look at that. All right, so people were saying the Noctua. I've heard everybody give mad props to Noctua. Noctua. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Though, I think Mr. RGB has a different point of view.
Oh, Mr. RGB. I want the Deep Cool AK620. We're going to look that one up here. Okay, you guys are gonna have to battle this out in the comments in the chat here because I'm not sure. I need it to be absolutely silent and perform well. Right now, I actually have an AIO water block in here, AIO water cooler, Noctua, NH. Hello, come on. I don't know what's going on. My computer's being weird. NH. Oh no, it's NH U14S. All right, this is 70. This is $80 basically for this one. Most people are saying Noctua here. Brown and tan, yeah. I honestly don't. I'm not living for this color scheme.
No, it's kind of making me hungry. Like it looks like chocolate.
Oh yeah, I was thinking more like shit hit the fan.
Oh, that too.
Oh, they have a black version. All right. The Arctic Liquid Freezer 2 420. Nice. The NHD15. See, honey, this might have been a mistake, asking the internet to help us build a PC. Not that we're ungrateful. Come on. Not that we're ungrateful. Which one am I getting? This one? Which one are you even suggesting? Oh, the D15. All right. Yeah, this one looks nice. I could live with that.
Sure. I don't know anything.
Yeah, I like that.
Do it. I dare you.
I like that enough. It's $100 though. That's $100.
How much should it be?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, the other ones are like 80. Like this one is 80. That one's 65. When is this one? It's 80. But I've also heard a lot of good things about Noctua. So.
Mm-hmm.
Go water cooling. I don't know, man. Water cooling makes me nervous. Okay, so our budget right now, what we're at $900 right now, and we still need a graphics card, storage, and a case and a power supply. Like those, and I mean, honestly, I think we're pretty good in budget here so far.
Okay.
Zachariah.
Yeah.
Bite the bullet for what, dude? All right, let's go to memory. Memory, this is gonna be, we're gonna probably be at $300 for memory here. Because what I want is 64 gigs. We want 232 gigabytes minimum. So 3600 is not the fastest, but paying for more is going to be like expensive. What do you guys recommend for? Yeah, I got the D15, Zachariah. So DDR4 3600 at CL16 is kind of the sweet spot. Yeah, I mean, I have 3600 right now, I think. Cast latency of 18. 3200. I honestly, you know, the other thing is, I'm not huge on RGB, but the problem is that in my PC right now, nothing is RGB and everything is black. And so, like, if you look in there, it's basically just a black void. So I kind of want my RAM to have a little bit of RGB flair to it. What do you think about the GSkill Trident Z RGB64? We got two 32 gig modules, which would give us, if we upgrade later down the line, we'd be at 128 gigs. I like that. Not 18, you want 16. All right, where am I sorting here for 16? I'm assuming any 16, or is this cast latency? What am I updating here? Trident Z. It works with OpenRGB. Okay, that's what I want. So do I want cast latency? What am I under cast latency? All right, let's do this here. See, this is why I had Wendell help me last time.
Call him up.
He's busy. Okay. So let's do Trident Z. Whoops, I spelled that wrong. Trident Z. Holy Moses. And we want 3600, right? 3600. Where's the speed? Here we go. Let's go up to 3600. Okay, that's more in the ballpark of what we're looking for. Am I right, guys? It's like $9 and... Wait, what? I already have a System 76 Thelio, but to spec it out to what I need, it's too expensive. First word latency to under 10. I mean, all of these are under 10. Yeah, so let's go with the Royals, shall we? No, I'm just kidding. Look at how ugly those are.
Oh, that's pretty ugly.
I want to build a PC.
No.
All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this guy. I think we're gonna add this here. I do too. I don't like Watcher. I'm not a big fan of RGB, but I want my the interior of my chassis to have some kind of light to it, and I'll probably set it to something not quite so garish, because most RGB is freaking. It's gross to me.
Every time you say RGB, I think of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I know
RBG.
I know it's the wrong order of letters.
RGB. You see how I have that one, the lights that are changing color in there?
Yeah.
So the lights that I have in my PC right now, I just literally plugged them into a SATA power cable, and I have a freaking remote here that I can control it with. It's not actually like OpenRGB, it's not anything like that. So, but these memory modules actually have that same kind of thing going on with the LED lights that light up the case.
Okay.
And you can actually control them with software on your computer and make them do different patterns and dance all fancy.
Okay.
All right, what are we at? We're at 1200. That's not bad. That's not bad. You guys, I think this is doable here. RGB puke enabled. Yeah, for real. The RGB, yeah, that is true. This motherboard, wait, does it have RGB? Where? Oh, I see. Is this RGB? Are these? I'm imagining those will be in some way or another. Hey, actually, Zechariah, I never even thought to alias sudo system CTL to service. That's actually a brilliant idea, and I need to do that now. I'm the only one in this room impressed by that idea.
I don't know anything. Why am I even here?
Because this is going to be our editing PC.
That's true.
I don't know if we didn't mention this.
No. Or you can't.
She's now doing editing for me. And it's actually like she's really good. If you guys haven't checked it out, go check out our second channel because we're doing videos together, and she's a fantastic editor. And if I say too much more, she's gonna cry.
Stop it. No, it's a team effort. I do a lot of like the rough cut. And then sometimes I come up with ideas and I'm like, I don't know how to do that. Can you help me?
You're a fantastic editor. Don't sell yourself short.
Thank you.
All right, let's go on to store. No, let's do the graphics card next because that's fun. Graphics cards are fun.
Are they?
Yes.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
How long have we been streaming for? 46 minutes. It's kind of 46 minutes. It's flown by. That's not bad. Okay, so I'm thinking, I don't really plan on using this for gaming. Like, I don't think we're going to be gaming much on it. We both, well, not yet, but we both will have a Steam Deck. I just ordered my Steam Deck. If you missed the video, this went out this morning. Go check it out. It's a pretty good video. I'm thinking probably 3080 Ti for just the CUDA cores. Yeah, let's go back here real quick because it says here we need like 20 gigs of RAM, of VRAM, to do 8K editing. What's in here?
Aw, thank you, watcher.
What?
Agreed.
What did you say?
You guys are a relationship goal for sure.
Agreed. Okay. Stream game for Steam Deck. Honestly, Mason, I haven't never seen a reason to need to do that. Zachariah, you recommend the RX 6900X for the win, or FTW, but well, let's just look that up. Actually, let's look that up. The issue here, AMD has better drivers on Linux. That's true, but I have read that the software we use to edit is not super compatible with AMD cards. But I could be wrong about that. I'm not seeing that one here. Let's just do... Blake, it's you can download DaVinci Resolve for free. If you're using Arch, it's in the AUR. It's actually proprietary software, but it's like literally the best video editing that you can get. And if you want to upgrade to the paid version, it's $290, and that's it. You don't have to pay a monthly subscription. It's not. It's so much better than Adobe. Awesome, Blake. Blake, you are the hero, my friend. Thank you. We appreciate
Thank you so much.
Let's see about this here. We got 16 gigs for $879. Resolve. It is proprietary, but like we have some pretty stringent requirements, and there isn't a FOSS offering that can do the stuff that we need it to do. Unfortunately, when you're living in the world we're working in. I would much prefer, like I pay money. I've pledged to the Olive editor Patreon. It's great. It's great software. It's a great thing. It's a great software if you're editing in HD. But if you're editing in 4K, it's not quite there. 8K, can't even touch it. I used to use Kdenlive exclusively. I still use it for some of my videos, but Kdenlive is hot. Is a hot mess. If you're doing anything over 1080p, Kdenlive can't handle it. Zachariah, I am a Kdenlive expert. I've been using it for years, and it can't handle the stuff we're doing. I'm sorry. I really wish that it could. I wish that they would optimize it, because Kdenlive is such a mystery. Like, it's so weird to me, because it's like Kdenlive should be able to do everything that every other video editor can do. And it should be able to do it well, but for some reason, I don't know if it's the MLT pipeline. I don't know what the problem is, but like, if you need to edit 4K or above video in Kdenlive, you have to transcode it to proxy clips before you can do any editing. And even when you've transcoded it to proxy clips, it ends up becoming like this garbled mess. I mean, it's you have to reduce the bit rate of the proxy clips so far down that it's just mud at that point, and you can't tell what you're editing, and you have to switch between proxy preview and actual render preview, and then you end up with issues where when you're rendering the video, it's not rendering what is shown in the timeline. Like, what you've edited in the timeline is not like WYSIWYG. It's strange, and there's workarounds for it, but we have deadlines that we have to get through, and I'm not willing to F around with Kdenlive's just bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm not, I don't have the time to deal with it. I'm sorry.
So we can swear on this.
I couldn't think of a better word. I'm sorry. DistroTube still uses it, but I mean, okay. So DistroTube still uses it. That's cool. I'm glad. And honestly, if we didn't have other clients that we were doing video editing for, and they had strict requirements, I would be willing to just do my channel on Kdenlive, even with all of the issues that I have with it. I'd rather use, but the problem is that there are better workflows for video editing that Kdenlive simply does not implement in any way, shape, or form. Non-destructive video editing is a huge time saver, and Kdenlive does not support that at all. So if you want like something, sorry, I'm going off on a rant. I'm just gonna stop, because like, just trust me when I tell you, just trust me when I say, I can't use Kdenlive for the work that I'm doing. I could use it for my channel. I just can't do it for the other work that I'm doing. I'm sorry. I have, dude, Reese, we have Linode. We have local clients that we do video editing for. Mike, Windows Movie Maker is not really an option. I'm sorry. That's actually the first video editor I ever used. Was Windows Movie Maker, and that was, I mean, it was bare bones, and you could only do a very select and limited number of things with it, but it got me into video editing, and it was good for what it was, but I quickly outgrew it. Actually, my next video editor was Sony Vegas. Pardon me, Sony Vegas. Yeah, so Zachariah, like, no shade at DistroTube, but I'm telling you right now, I know Kdenlive better than DistroTube does. Like, I'm not trying to throw shade at him. I've been using it for 8, 9, or 10 years, something like that. I know Kdenlive, and I know that it doesn't suit my needs. I'm sorry. Hello from Nepal. Hello, Yusa. Hello, how are you doing? Open CL AMD dev from AUR, Blake Dennis. Is Blake having trouble? I'm sorry, I went off on a rant. I went off on a rant, and now have you been reading the chat?
Kind of, but I mean, it's all like...
It's all gibberish to you?
Unless it's talking about Doom Patrol or how cute we are as a couple. Oops.
Adobe Premiere in Wine, that's not really an option either. We're actually using Adobe Premiere right now for most of our client work, and good golly, I hate it. Like, okay, Kdenlive crashes almost every time I use it. But I never ever lose even more than a minute's worth of work when Kdenlive crashes. When Adobe Premiere crashes, you've lost 40 minutes of your work. 40 minutes! That's unacceptable. I'm sorry. I just yelled. I hate Adobe. Plus, if you pay for one Adobe license for a year, you've bought 2 copies of DaVinci Resolve that last forever. You have a DaVinci Resolve license if you pay $295. But if you pay for one Adobe Premiere license, you're paying for 2 DaVinci Resolve licenses, and you never stop paying for Adobe. And I hate that. Adobe is the worst. They're one of the worst companies in the world. They write the worst software I've ever used after Microsoft Windows, and I can't. I won't. 40 minutes. Min-nits. I hate them. Are you forced into Windows for Adobe stuff on this machine? The machine I'm on right now, I'm dual booting between Linux for my coding and some of my video editing, and I'm booting into Windows for the Adobe stuff that I have to do, unfortunately. Well, I don't pay for Adobe. My clients pay for Adobe, so that's how I'm justifying it with myself, because I have a moral issue with paying for Adobe. So you can't pirate, as far as I know, you can't pirate Creative Suite.
Man from Vulcan, I'm so happy that Brendan Fraser is coming back, because I love him so much. He was one of my first celebrity crushes when I was a kid. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, George of the Jungle.
Boy, look at how sweaty I am. I'm going to turn on the air conditioning.
Okay. I didn't even notice when I'm sitting right beside you.
It's partly from yelling, too.
What a surprise. That wasn't the first time I've heard him yell about Adobe either. Not even the first time this week.
No, not even. No. Yes, it is a business expense. You're right. My clients pay me for my license to use Adobe, so I don't have to pay for it. So yeah, that's how I justify it to myself. I can't use Blender, my dude. I'm sorry. It's just too complicated. Look, the thing is, I'm not throwing shade at Emily here, but she would not be able to learn how to use Blender. I'm sorry. It's just the interface is it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
What's getting out of hand? Oh my God. No, you're fine, Zachariah. Don't worry. Look, I've really tried to go through all of my options for open source video editing, and just at the moment, there really isn't anything. Like I said, I'm paying Olive every month to be developed into something great, because I think Olive has all the features that I want, but none of them are up to snuff yet. And if they're not implemented, they're on the roadmap. If you haven't checked out Olive, go check out Olive, because it's honestly a great video editor, and it's kind of aiming to be a free and open source Premiere alternative. And a lot of the features that I like in Premiere are available already in Olive, but the last time I used it, it just wasn't. I couldn't use it for what I needed to get done, unfortunately. And the rendering options weren't that great, and there were just issues with it. But I think of all the open source editing software suites, it's the best one out there. It's just not mature enough. What?
I don't know. You keep looking at me like I'm looking to be oh yeah.
I want someone to nod their head in agreement with me.
Okay, I can do that.
I'm wondering if what do we got? Blake. Any updates, Blake? Olive, I believe, is Qt. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think it is. French Guinea, hello.
Guyana.
I'm dyslexic, guys. I'm so sorry. Hello, Sebastian. Senolara, I've tried it. It's not really my jam. Still building OpenCL. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate you doing that, Blake. It's really great.
You're the best.
Yep. Boy, it's warm in here.
Is it? I'm perfectly comfortable.
Are you really? PTV? PTV was the first open source editor that I used, and I haven't used it in a dog's age. Probably more than 10 years, so I don't know right now, but I seriously doubt that it's what I need. Starcore Labs, what OS will you be installing? That's a good question. My de facto Linux distro is Manjaro because it comes with all the benefits of Arch without having to like do it all yourself. What is sus, Zachariah? What browser do I use? I'm using Firefox. Firefox is really the only browser that I like. All right. So, in terms of graphics cards, let's get back to the issue at hand. So let's look at graphics cards here. We have, or let's actually give an update because we got a lot of people in viewing right now. Probably some of them don't know what we're at. So right now we've gone with a Ryzen 9 5950X. We have a Noctua NH-D15. And then we have a ASUS Tough Gaming X570 Pro AM4 motherboard, and we have 64 gigs, which is of RAM, two 32 gigabyte sticks.
Blake got back to you.
I will put out a warning regarding Manjaro. I could not get the OpenCL stuff to build with an AMD GPU. I could build it fine in Arch, but it would not build in Manjaro, it would just crash. That alone might be reason enough to avoid the AMD GPU. Yeah, the issue though, Blake, is also that, from my understanding, and I could be wrong, or maybe they've updated it since I heard this, but like the newer, like the RTX GPUs right now don't actually have a NVEncode driver. Like you can't actually like do GPU accelerated encoding of H.264, H.265. Am I wrong about that? I mean, maybe with the open source driver that they just released for the RTX 30 series cars, maybe they have implemented that now, but from my understanding, they didn't have NVEncode available on them yet, which is something that I absolutely need to have. But I think I am leaning Team Green right now anyway. Let's go to video cards and let's just look. I mean, the thing is, it's like AMD is like significantly less expensive. Zachariah, all caps, man. Someone needs to revoke your caps lock license. I was able to get a GPU compute working in Blender and Manjaro using proprietary drivers with CUDNN from the AUR. GPU encoding is lossy. I mean, that's true, but like, I'm not gonna, I don't know. The problem is I don't want to render videos without GPU encoding. Like, I mean, it takes forever, and you're basically paying to heat your room. You couldn't get it to work on Arch either. OpenCL AMD Dev was the only way to get it to work. It's the Debian binaries from ROCM. TikTok, Gardiner. Zachariah, you're making me nervous. Nervous. All right, let's go with a 3080 Ti.
This is incorrect.
That would not be correct, Zachariah.
What's a MOBO?
Motherboard.
Motherboard. That makes
The one
sense.
I have is overpriced. Really, you think so? 259. I mean, I don't feel like that's too bad. What do you think is overpriced about it? It has all the features that I want. Blake, I am comfortable going used GPU. I've done it before. It's never burned me in the past. Look up X570S Tomahawk. I mean, the thing is, Mr. RGB, it's like I want this kind of expansion. I want two 16 slots in one slot, or two one-time slots, and I need 4 slots for RAM. I mean. And then I need, what's the other thing? Multiple Gen 1 and 2 expansion ports. I don't know.
Is it bad that every time I see Tomahawk getting written in the chat, I think Tony Hawk?
That's not bad. It's just wrong.
I know. Obviously, it's not.
That's what I'm thinking, Elminster. Is this the one you're talking about, Mr. RGB? This is basically the same price as the other one, my dude. What's the difference?
Bye, Zachariah.
Bye, Zachariah. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Whew. Oh my goodness. Okay, two and two.
Buongiorno.
Hello. Is it David or David? I don't know how to. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
It's like that scene from. Have you seen? What is it? All I can think of is Reservoir Dogs, and that's not the title. It's a Tarantino movie about World War II. What is it?
Inglourious Basterds.
Inglourious Basterds, where Brad Pitt is like, I can speak Italian. He goes, Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
That's just what, like, sorry, David, if that is your name.
Oh, man. Better power delivery and features. Okay. They had some major VRM issues at launch. They supposedly fixed it, but I don't know what boards fixed it. Yeah, I've had similar mistrust of MSI. I had an MSI board in this machine and it died, which I'm not a huge MSI fan. Guy looks like Dimitri from Hardware Connect's older Dimitri. That you wouldn't. That's not the first time I've heard that. Dimitri, let me. Oh my goodness! I just want to show you a picture of him.
Do you think you look like him?
That's what they said. Yeah.
I can kind of see the hair.
The hair, yeah.
That's about
And the
it.
kind of
Oh, yeah, the
blondishness.
nose.
But I mean, honestly, like, who was the other guy someone compared me to and said I looked like? Do you remember? I don't remember. There's somebody that I was like, oh man, dead ringer. Who was it?
It was someone my mom teaches with.
Oh right, yeah. No, I was thinking of another YouTuber.
Oh, okay.
But I do remember that. Your mom told me that. But Elminster, it depends on the work that I'm doing. If I'm doing stuff for my channel, or for one of my clients, it's usually X264. But for a lot of the stuff that we're doing now for clients, it's X265. The hair, the beard, everything, dude. I mean, you know, I'll take it. He's not a bad looking dude.
Yeah, that guy in that one picture of him with the blue shirt over there, I can kind of see, like, it looks like the love child of you and Chris Pratt. It'll load.
Oh, what? Oh my God.
Sorry.
Just behave. This one is what she's talking about.
Yeah.
I can see it, kind of.
Take it as a compliment.
Yeah, I do. I mean, he's not a bad-looking guy, is what I'm saying.
No.
Found your channel browsing Steam Deck videos.
Hey there.
How are you liking it so far? Loving it. I love the Steam Deck. It is fantastic. I highly recommend it for everybody. If you're a PC gamer, it's a game changer. I love the Steam Deck. She's been playing Dragon Age Origins on it, and she loves it.
Yeah.
Right. Give them a quick overview, a quick summary of your experience with Dragon Age Origins on the Steam Deck.
Yeah, so I played it on my laptop like a couple summers ago, and anytime I've tried to go back and play it, because I've just got like a shitty Lenovo laptop that was cheap to buy a couple years ago, and my other laptop died. But it was like kind of tough to play on my laptop again. Like if I didn't play it for a while, it was like really slow, and I'm not tech savvy enough to deal with it. So I just was like, well, fuck it. Sorry, I'm swearing a lot.
Whoa!
I'm sorry. You said bullshit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The F word is a much stronger word.
Oh my God. You can't say either of them on TV. So anyway, yeah. So when he told me I could use the Steam Deck, I was like, well, all right. And then we got another one coming pretty soon.
Yeah.
So I'll give him his Steam Deck back.
You get the old one. I'm getting the new one.
You told me I'm getting the new one. What is the truth?
I don't know. I don't care either way. I'm just giving you crap.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, I like it. It's fun.
The Steam Deck is great. Well, the thing is, like the controls, like there was community controls set up when she installed Dragon Age for the first time, but it was missing like the crucial component of being able to turn the camera.
Like right click was also not available, or if it wasn't.
Well, right click was mapped to the L5 button.
Right.
And so in order to turn the camera, you'd have to hold L5 and then rotate and then move the mouse cursor with the thumbstick, which is just bananas to me. So what we ended up doing, I helped her set it up so that when she's touching the trackpad, like the not the trackpad, but the
right
the right analog touch sensor, when you touch the touch sensor, it actually acts as a right click, and then moving the stick will actually move the camera. And that actually works pretty well.
I like it.
I was actually really surprised with how that worked. And then there's also, you've got like the 1 through 9 buttons mapped to like an on-screen thing with the left pad, which it's really nifty to see. And you can set that up to be anything you want and label them any way you want.
Yeah.
It has to match the DaVinci Resolve 8K footage. All right, what are we talking about? Video specification is the 3090. Yeah. The 3090 is going to be expensive though, isn't it? 3090. It's going to be hola Moses.
Bye, Christopher.
Yikes. Bye, Christopher. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. 24 gigs of memory. Let's see. David says no more than 600 on a GPU, motherboard no more than 150, and all in on the CPU. See, the problem is we have pretty tight specifications we need to hit with what we're doing for work. I might end up actually going with a 3090 because it has 24 gigs of RAM, which is what we need for the work that we're doing. I don't really plan on doing games right now with this. This is going to be pretty much a work PC. So, yeah. Hello, Vancha. I feel like I've seen you before, Vancha. I've seen you in the chat here. Blake, yeah, you're right. I mean, let's check eBay real fast for 3090s. Yeah. I mean, that's not bad. Dang. It's a bid. I don't like doing bids. Have you ever done bids on on eBay?
Nope.
I'm not.
Never done eBay.
Bidding kind of irritates me, so I just don't do it. Oh my goodness. Any Quadros with 20 gigs? Actually, you know what? That's not a bad idea. Does PC Part Picker have Quadros on here? They've got it, right? RTX 8000 Quadro. I mean, let's just do these. See what they are. Oh my God! No, we're not doing a Quadro. There are no more Quadros, Jason? A Dell Vostro 3560. Oh man, I'm sorry, Corey. A Dell Vostro. I feel like I had one of those at one point. Long time ago.
I've never heard of Slow Horses, but I like Gary Oldman, so maybe I'll try that out.
Bye, Batter Vision. Take care of that puppy.
Bye-bye. Give him a hug for me.
RTX A 4000 and RTX A 5000. Yeah, I mean, judging by the price of the Quadros here, it's like I'm not even gonna F around with that.
I just want to say thank you to the man from Vulcan for always talking about TV, because it makes me feel like I can actually contribute something to this, so thank you.
Yeah, I
Much
mean,
appreciated.
the man from Vulcan is one of my favorite characters. Spock. It's a great character. Spock and Data are the two characters I saw growing up that made me feel seen.
Is that why you said you like robotic characters? Like when I asked you who your favorite on Doom Patrol was, and you said Cliff.
Cliff was my favorite for a long time, but then he just like he got into. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, ugh, lame.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's entertaining.
So Blake says you got your 6950 XT working in DaVinci Resolve with OpenCL. Not sure how great it works. Need to find some test files. There are test files. Oh, I don't know about 8K. I was going to say Pexels has some pretty good...
Thank you, man from Vulcan.
I'm trying to think of where you can download 8K footage from. I don't know. Sorry, man. I wish I could help. Let's see. So, but you are saying that it's working, 6950 XT. So let's compare the 3080s. Guys, I'm so stuck in the past, guys. Like, holy crap. I'm thinking like 1080s, the 1080 Ti, the Titan XP. I'm like way I'm in the early 2010s. You found someone on Red's website, just need to sign up for an account. Thanks, Elminster.
Bye.
Have a good one. All right, so we have the 3090 has 24 gigs Oh, see the RTX. Yeah. I wonder how if the 20 gigabyte for 8K is actually like the minimum.
Does anyone watch The Righteous Gemstones on HBO? That's one of my favorite shows. That and Vice Principals.
What's the difference between the 6900 XT and the 6950 XT? So 16 gigs versus 24. I mean, I'm pretty sure, Mr. RGB, I'm pretty sure that's correct. We need at least 20 gigs of VRAM. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I'll take your word for that, Dennis. Or Blake, jeez. 6900. Yeah, honestly, it depends on the camera that we get, because we're looking at one camera, but it comes in two models. It comes in a 6K and it comes in an 8K. I really want the 8K model, but it's like another $4,000 on top of what it would cost to get the other one. But being able to like say like, oh, we're doing 8K, 8K mastering of your principal photography, like it would be really nice to be able to do that and put the other freaking guys to shame around here, because nobody around here is doing 8K. People people thought my name was not Gardiner when I was growing up. Like, I had teachers who were like, Gardiner? Gardiner? Nope, it's Gardiner.
No. It's funny because where I'm from, the rival to my high school was Gardiner High School. So.
Oh. Look at that.
Look at this. Dating the enemy.
I can't believe you called me the enemy just now.
Enemies to lovers is a wonderful trope.
I don't know. Sapphire Toxic. Ooh, toxic.
You're toxic.
Jason Third.
Oh, I love Walton Goggins. He is my favorite. He's so good in Righteous Gemstones.
Who does he play?
He's Uncle Baby Billy. He's so good in Vice Principals. If you haven't watched that, Man from Vulcan, I highly recommend it. It's 2 seasons and it's so good. And he and Danny, I almost said Danny Glover. He and Danny McBride are so good together.
Nader, yes, they pronounced it in a French-ish way.
Like the...
Garnier Fructis.
Yeah, the shampoo. Garnier.
Blake, awesome. Yeah, but Vantra, like, the stuff that we're doing isn't necessarily going on YouTube. Like, my stuff is, our stuff is, but like, a lot of the content that we make for our other clients is not going on YouTube. And I think what you're talking about, actually, because I think I saw that LTT video, and what they were talking about is actually... what they were talking about is actually 10-bit HDR, not necessarily 8K. So in terms of the graphics card, Blake is about to test if the 6900 XT will work with 8K footage. So until then, good luck with that. And until then, we're just gonna hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
Do you guys like the streaming setup that I got going on here? I kind of like how it looks. The 3090 Ti is 1850 versus 1470 for the 3090. You got a GPU error, Dennis? Or Blake? Golly, why am I keep saying that? What's hard to justify, Mr. RGB? I mean, if it's what we need to do, it's what we need to do, right?
Dune was great.
Dune was great. I'm surprised. I thought you didn't care for it that much.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a huge sci-fi person, but it was a little slow. But I mean, it was visually stunning.
Yeah.
But I thought it was good. I mean, I didn't hate it. I'm not probably gonna want to watch it ever again in my life. But
all right. The Dune movie. Well, it was made by Denis Villeneuve, and he's my favorite filmmaker. He's made some absolutely gorgeous films, and Arrival was perfect. It was such a good movie. Dune was great, but the problem with Dune was like the last, I don't know, 30 minutes of the movie could have just sped up a little bit, and they could have got a little more story in. I feel like it just kind of slumped in the last 30 minutes.
I was exhausted, and I thought I might fall asleep before it was over. Like, not that I didn't want to. Same with Arrival. I loved it, but I was also like half asleep the whole time.
Right. Well, there's a thing, but there's a thing. I mean, it's like a movie can be slow, but paced well.
Yeah.
And I thought Arrival was better paced than Dune. Well, no, I mean, actually, no, I take that back. Dune was awesome for the majority of the movie, but then the last, like, I don't know, 20 minutes just kind of dragged out. They could have cut some stuff and just made it go a little faster. But I mean, it didn't need to go fast. It just needed to go a little faster.
Yeah. I always appreciate seeing Stellan Skarsgård things, so that was nice. I like a lot of the cast.
Yeah.
Another one of my biggest celebrity crushes in a past life was Javier Bardem, so it was nice to see him again. I fell asleep during Morbius. Yeah, I haven't heard many good things about it.
I've heard Morbius is a meme.
Yeah.
That's all I've heard. Tried to manually select the 6900 XT, and it gave me an error saying I reached the limitation of what the free version gives. That's confusing. I'm not sure what that means, Blake. I haven't seen a link, David. Sorry. I don't think you can drop links in the chat. If you're on Twitter, tweet it at me.
Yeah, I feel like Dune would work as a mini series.
Yeah.
Just because it's so like complex. Like, I don't what.
I'm sorry, Blake. That's right. You can't edit 8K videos in the free version. Now that I'm remembering that. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's all good. I haven't seen the old Dune movie. I know it's a thing. Sting's in it. I watched the Red Letter Media review of it. Did they do that, or did they do like a comparison? They did something.
Yeah. They did a review.
Yeah. And I watched that. It was pretty cool. Is Dune on Netflix?
No, it's on HBO Max.
HBO Max.
HBO Max is surprisingly becoming one of my favorite streaming services.
Yeah, they've got a lot of good stuff on it.
Yeah. Blake, I'm sorry I didn't think of that before you went off on your quests. I'm sorry. I feel bad. id Crafter, theoretically you can, but practically not really. Just because I don't know what it is, but Kdenlive is just not optimized for anything over 1080p Like if you're doing 4K, I talked about this earlier in the video, in the live stream, but anything over 1080p and Kden Live starts to grind to a halt and you have to use like proxy clips in order to edit them. And at 4K using proxy clips, you have to reduce the bitrate so low for 4K that it just looks like mud. So I can't even imagine what 8K would look like. Oh, pardon me. Quadro P 6000. What am I searching this on here? All right, let's search Quadro P. Are we doing it on where do you want me to search for that? Plus, it's not made with GTK. You're absolutely right about that. Wow. Quadro P for $950? Used for 2 months. This isn't one of those crypto cards, right? Okay, it's got DisplayPort out.
I have heard of John Dies at the end. I'll have to check that out. I think the man from Vulcan and I are best friends now.
What's getting filtered, David? I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean that seems like a pretty good option. $1,000. Something with Blade in the name. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Vancha. It's based on the 1080 Ti, but it has 24 gigs of RAM. Wow. I mean, honestly, this is kind of what I need. Like, as long as it has CUDA and as long as it has 24 gigs of RAM, plus NV encode, like the 1080 NV encode stuff, then that might be exactly what I need. I'm gonna save this for now. And we're gonna go back. So we're gonna skip the graphics card for the minute now because I think Mr. RGB, why are you saying that? The question, honestly, Mr. RGB, the thing is, we're not going to be playing games on this machine. Like, we're not playing games at all. So, I'm not going to be gaming and I'm not going to be streaming from this machine. I'm going to be encoding video and I'm going to be editing video on it. The 3090, okay, wait, let's double back. Let's go back to here, 3090. It's so obvious, he says. 3090. RTX 3090. So the RTX 3090 is $500 more. It's got 24 gigs of RAM, but I need, Mr. RGB, Mr. RGB, I need you to go look up if RTX cards can do NV encode on Linux. I need you to tell me if that's going to work or not. All right, because I'm pretty sure it doesn't work on Linux on an RTX card. But if it's based on on the 1080 series cards, then it will work. I know because I have a 1080. I actually have a Titan X Pascal in here. All right. Let's just go with what do we got here? What do we got? I'm just going to pick this one for now. We're just going to put that in our thing here. And it'll be a placeholder. So we're at $2,700.
Not that bad.
Not that bad.
Over budget, yeah.
And I mean, with a case, now the case is going to be interesting. Do we want something flashy? Do we want something basic?
I mean, it seems pretty low priority for now.
Yeah. I honestly love how this case looks. Mm-hmm. The Define R9, I believe, is what I have. And I might just go with that again because I love it. But I might go with like a gray or a white. Metrify 2. How do you feel about how that looks?
Ooh, I kind of like it.
Yeah. It is kind of nice. I like that. Yeah?
Yeah.
Now my question is, what's the front panel I/O look like?
Oh, right. Yeah, I was wondering the same thing.
Oh, I love you so much.
Me too.
Front panel I/O has one Type-C and one Type-A port.
Okay.
Do you know what that means?
No.
So it has one of these ports on it. Mm-hmm. And
and then like the thing I would plug into my phone.
one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew.
Yeah.
I just didn't know.
$4,000D airflow or 5,000D airflow. The 5,000D is cheaper. Yeah, that's actually quite expensive. What's the 5,000D? Let's look at that. Corsair 5000D airflow. Like, it's not ugly.
Huh?
I don't know how I feel about this geometric pattern, but I mean, it doesn't have to be flashy or anything. It's literally just a work PC. It's huge. I mean, yeah. How big is it compared to the Define? Hi, Dom. Dude. What's up, Dom? Dude, get yourself a Fractal POP with some Pop OS. Fractal POP? I don't know what that is. I don't see it. Not in there. Thermaltake View 51. Ooh, I kind of want a white PC. It's $200 though. What do we got for front panel I/O here? Headphone, microphone, a single USB-C and 4 Type A ports. Go compact with the 4000D airflow. Now see, this is where we're getting a lot of different ideas here. Fractal Design Torrent. I just want to like look all these up. I do like the white of this, and having that actually kind of looks sick.
Oh yeah.
Fractal Design Torrent. Will that fit my motherboard though? Look at that. That's kind of beautiful. But what's the front panel I/O? Because I really need some good front panel I/O here. It's just got 1 and 1. That's lame. 4000D. Yeah. Some mediocre gamer TV. No, I'm not going to be doing custom water cooling. Brandon, I'm sorry, links are not allowed in the chat. I think they just get moderated automatically. I do like this.
Mm-hmm.
Pure Base 500 DX. Pure Base. My God. Ooh. Kind of like that. How do you feel about that?
It's nice.
Yeah?
I don't love the color.
Yeah, I'm thinking it kind of looks like Master Chief a little bit.
I don't know what that is.
Master Chief from Halo.
Oh.
This guy.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. $500 DX, not just 500. See, I kind of want like a 3.2 Gen 2 on the front panel I/O.
I think they're saying this is the wrong case.
Oh, this is the wrong one. All right.
500.
500 DX. Well, I'm not seeing it here, guys. That looks like a winner of a power supply. I've heard the same thing, Brendan. I'm not ever gonna watch it. I don't know why. I don't know why Microsoft would let them make a shitty Halo TV show. Like it's just why.
Get
Oh,
rid
it's the
of that
500
spaceman.
DX.
Where's
Delete.
the delete button? Oh, it's right there.
Where normal delete buttons go.
Well, okay, mine is up here. Thank you very much.
Well, you don't have a normal keyboard. I bought that one on accident. It's not the one I like.
Also, the one on my laptop is up there.
I'm not gonna lie. I really don't like how this looks.
Why not? I don't hate it.
I don't know. There's something about it I don't like. It just looks a little too gamery for me. Gamer. The Big Boy Torrent has two 200mm fans in the front and 3 120 mils in the bottom. Wow. There's a white one of these. I probably would hate the white one less. Oh, right here. Hey, you know what? I think I do hate the white one less.
Have you watched The Expanse?
Have I watched The Expanse? No, I haven't. I really, really wanted to get into it, but the last time I knew, the only place you could watch it was Amazon, and I don't like Amazon. I've heard a lot of great things. Nader Nori says, Noriani, sorry. The only great sci-fi show that isn't Star Trek and Star Wars I've seen in the past few years is The Expanse. Okay, great sci-fi shows. Farscape, Battlestar Galactica, but those are kind of oldish at this point. What was the one that we were watching the other day and I was like, this is really great? Sci-fi.
We watched a sci-fi show together?
No, I don't think we did, now that I think about it. I got a really bad memory.
So I was gonna say, like, the closest I can think of was Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. Yeah. Oh, I mean, he said Star Wars, but like,
Right.
The Mandalorian was absolutely phenomenal. I loved The Mandalorian. At least season 1. Season 2 was pretty good, but I like season 1 a lot better. I like it when Mando doesn't talk so much. Firefly is fantastic.
I've heard that's really good. So many people have been telling me to watch that. What's Orville?
The Orville! Oh, yes, that's one of my favorites. It's the guy who does Peter Griffin.
Seth MacFarlane?
Seth MacFarlane. He has a show. It's a lot like Star Trek. It's called The Orville, and it's fantastic.
Okay.
It's so good. I haven't seen the season 3 of Orville. I've really wanted to get into it though. It's on Hulu, and I don't think we have Hulu.
I have it.
You have Hulu?
Yeah.
Well, you need to log into it on the TV then.
Okay.
Do you have it with ads or without?
With.
Okay.
It's not my account.
It's not yours. Yeah, I figured. I don't think I pay for any accounts.
Yeah.
Screw that.
I used to pay for my own HBO. Then my brother got it, and he gave me the password.
Yeah. The Orville is modern Star Trek done right. Although I've heard a lot of good things about Strange New Worlds, I just haven't watched it yet because the last time I had Paramount Plus, I canceled my subscription 4 times, and they charged me 3 months after I canceled my subscription. So I canceled it once, and it didn't take, and they charged me for a month, and I called them, and I'm like, give me a refund, and cancel my account. So they said, oh yeah, no problem, we'll send you a refund. Never got the refund. So then they charged me the next month, and I called them, and I said, take my freaking account out of your system. Do not charge me again. And they're like, oh yeah, no problem. Your account's been deactivated. They charged me again. They charged me one more time after that. And I ended up calling them, and I got escalated to tier 2 or whatever. And I was like, give me all of my money back. I've tried canceling this account for the last 3 months. And finally, they gave me my money back. So I'm never, ever doing Paramount Plus again. Screw Paramount Plus, dude. I freaking hate them, dude. I really like this white variant here. What do you think? How do you feel about this?
I like it.
Yeah? You're not just saying that?
No, I mean, I don't know. It's okay. It's cool.
Oh, look.
I didn't hate the black one.
This has USB 3.1 USB-C, and this has 3.0 USB Type A. What?
You.
Star Trek Strange New Worlds is absolutely incredible. Love every episode. Yeah, it's really good. I mean, I haven't seen it yet. Sorry. I don't know why I agreed with that. I haven't watched it yet. But I've heard that it's good. So a lot of people are saying it. Even people who are like, screw Picard and screw Discovery are like, Strange New Worlds is pretty great. I hope that it hits Blu-ray, but a lot of the streaming shows don't actually ship on Blu-ray anymore. They don't. Ransacked, I mean, that's, I can't condone piracy, but I don't disagree with you. I honestly don't disagree with you at all.
Yeah. I ruined a family laptop pirating all the seasons of The Office one summer.
Nice.
Oops.
Oh, see, this says it has 3.2 Gen 2, but the label on the thing says 3.1. You see that? Mm-hmm. Right here? Right here, 3.1. Weird.
I'd also, that same summer, was pirating Whose Line Is It Anyway?
That's a good show.
That's a great show. Colin Mockery is adorable.
Yeah, I like Colin. I like Ryan. Mm-hmm. Wayne.
Mm-hmm. And everyone.
They're the OG. Yeah.
Drew Carey.
Oh yeah, Drew. I think I'm gonna go with this Be Quiet here. I like that the look of it, and it's inexpensive. It has RGB. My question is the RGB in this compatible with Open RGB? That's what I want to know. USB 3.0 and 3.1 don't technically exist anymore. Oh yeah, they retroactively changed the name. That's so dumb. USB makes me so mad when I think about how stupid they are. What?
I love it when you rant, even if I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, I need your guys' input on what should I get for a GPU here. Estimated wattage is 602 watts for this build, and I needed some headroom to add some expansion cards. Yeah, Blake, I think you're right. I might just not plug in the RGB on it. Disc 1 of 5 says, I have a Linux Steam Deck question for you. Can I copy game data from the Steam common directory on a Linux system to the common directory on the SD card? I haven't tested that, but I don't see any reason why that wouldn't work. No less than 850 watts, but 1,000 watts is better. What should I go for efficiency rating? Does the efficiency rating even matter? And I want it fully modular because I don't like cables that I don't need being in there.
I've heard Severance is really good. I've been meaning to watch it. I hear a lot of good things about it.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
It sounded like somebody was outside.
Oh, I mean, you live next to our restaurant.
I know, but I just want to... Oh, whoa! I thought it was dark out.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, we just opened the window and it's like, actually light outside, and we're both sitting in here just thinking it's like night, like dark.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That surprised me, honey.
Mm. Yeah, we'll have to watch Severance sometime. Okay. Brian Cox, love him. If anyone's ever seen the movie Manhunter, it's a good one. He played Hannibal Lecter before what's his face did. Mm. It's one of my favorite movies. It's like total love letter to the 80s. Coming from someone born in 1995, but you know.
Yeah. All right, gold or platinum is what I'm seeing in the chat. Blake, that's what I've seen with people. Most of the people I've seen who use DaVinci Resolve on Linux say that it performs much better with CUDA rather than just OpenCL straight up. So people are saying that I should have up at least 850, but probably more like 1,000 watts. Dude, what is going on with my computer here? It's driving me nuts. Let's just see what 1,000 watt power supply is going to cost us. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. So we might need to find some sponsorship.
I'm working on it.
So DaVinci doesn't even see the CUDA option, Blake. Okay, this is more reasonable here. So correct me if I'm wrong, but Corsair's kind of like top of the line in terms of power supply. Am I right about that? Like Corsair has a pretty good reputation from what I remember. I might end up honestly. Blake, you're on Arch, is that right? Because from what I've seen, it really wants to have CentOS. Like it doesn't like being installed on most other distros besides CentOS. High Tech Low Life, how's it going? Picking parts for a non-gaming PC, that's right. Okay, so what brand do you guys recommend? Because power supplies, I don't know much about power supplies, if I'm being quite honest. I'm still shook by the fact that it is still so bright outside. Mm-hmm. Like, what the hell? Let's see. EVGA or Seasonic.
Oh, Brian Cox was sadly. Brian Cox isn't in Severance? What am I thinking of? Isn't he? I mean, obviously I've never watched it, so I wouldn't know. I thought he was.
I don't know. I don't even know who Brian Cox is. You say Brian Cox and it makes me think of The Astronomer. Wait, Brian Cox, Astronomer. Nomer.
He's in something though. What is it? Oh, wait.
Yeah, this guy. You don't know who this guy? That's Brian
Cox.
Cox.
Oh, I've seen that guy before.
Yeah, he's an astronomer, guys.
Okay. No. What am I? Brian Cox is in something that I've heard really good things about. It's something about. What is it? I'm so sorry, Vulcan man. I'm thinking of a different show. What is it?
I don't know.
Oh my god. Give me your mouse.
You can't. Okay.
What? Let's go. Brian Cox, actor. That's not how you spelled it. But it's this guy. You don't know him? Succession. That's what I'm thinking of. I'm so sorry. My bad. Yep. Thank you. Silly me.
EVGA has better customer service, but look up review of the unit you want in case of loud coil line. Yeah. Okay. I think we'll probably just go with this one for now. These parts might get a little shuffled around when we go to buy this stuff, because I think we are going to do some research, and I might have like some of my techie friends like Wendell look over this list and tell me if there's anything they see that's wrong.
You don't want me to look over it?
Well, I mean, you're sitting right here. You should be vetting it as we're going. So I guess the last thing to pick is storage.
Good night, Vancha.
Thank you, Vancha. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Sweet dreams.
High Tech Low Life. Yes, this is the badass new workstation that we're building. Heavy element style. We're doing some cool stuff. Yeah, I'm very excited. So in terms of storage, we want 2 terabytes. I think we want 2 terabytes. Appreciate you, Vancha.
Kisses.
I want a 2 terabyte drive out the gate. M2 capacity.
Oh wait.
What?
I was gonna say, someone mentioned Super Troopers, but that wasn't the movie we were talking about earlier. I was gonna say, that's weird that movie came up twice, but we were talking about Starship Troopers.
Oh, Starship Troopers, yeah. That's a different movie altogether.
Oh my god.
High Tech Low Life. We're not going to be playing any games on this. This is strictly for video editing. Well, so here's the thing. Storage is really not that big of a deal because we have 35 terabytes of RAID 0 in our network closet. And as long as we have like a 2.5 gigabit NIC in our rigs, then multiple people can be editing off that one machine without any issues, no bottlenecks or anything like that. Yeah, I'm thinking Samsung NVMe is what we're going to go with. I don't really need 2 terabytes, but we could do like boot drive at like one, do boot off of like one partition on here and then have like local cache of stuff on another partition. 35 terabyte RAID 0, yeah. Guys, we ain't fooling around here. Like, this is some real, we got some stuff going on here. Like, she and I are both editing, like, the other day, we were both editing 4K videos simultaneously on different machines from the same network drive. And I don't see 6 or 8K adding much of a bottleneck there. Because we have 5 drives running in RAID 0 and it's equivalent to 35 terabytes, so I'm pretty sick, not gonna lie. So, all right, well this is the build then, my guys. I think we are gonna have an expansion card or 2. We probably are gonna upgrade to 10 gigabit at some point. We already have a 10 gig NIC in the Synology NAS that's serving our is the closet light on? It is. That's what I'm saying. The network closet's already supplying at 10 gigs, and we have but I think we're gonna upgrade to at least I think we're gonna upgrade to 10 gigs on these 2 editing machines here. But I think the other thing, I'm going to add Thunderbolt to this as well as an upgrade, because the camera we're getting can do Thunderbolt, and it's like super quick. So doing that's going to be pretty cool. But I think for the most part, this is the machine that we're going to build. Like I said, I'm going to have a couple of my other friends, my YouTubing friends, look at this, look this over, tell me if I made a huge mistake. So we got the AMD Ryzen 9 5950X. We have the Noctua NHD15 for cooling. We have the ASUS TUF Gaming X570 Pro Wi-Fi 2 edition. We have the GSkill Trident Z RGB 2 32 gigabyte sticks. DDR4 3600 with a cast latency of 16, which is super duper fast. And then we have, your standard Samsung 970 EVO Plus 2 terabyte M.2 2280. Oh, don't forget your OS. Yeah, you're right, dude. Still kind of up in the air about what exact graphics card we're going to be running here, but for now we have the EVGA GeForce RTX 3090 24 gigabit FTW3 Ultra Gaming. But again, I think this is kind of overkill for what we need, and we might end up with like the Quadro P6000. I'm going to ask Wendell about that. Then for the case, we have the Be Quiet Pure Base, not to be confused with Freebase 500DX ATX mid-tower case, and then we have the EVGA Supernova 6 1000 watt 80 plus gold certified fully modular ATX power supply. Guys, Yeah, guys. I got to get a Windows OEM code going here. You know what I've been doing actually, which is kind of nuts to me, for if I have to install Windows on stuff, I have tons of old laptops in there with Windows 7 Windows 7 licenses on it, and I'll just install Windows 7 and then upgrade, and they're still giving out free Windows 7 upgrades to Windows 10. So, yeah, that's that. That's what I'm doing. But guys, I think that's gonna do it for this stream. Thank you for hanging out with us. We've been doing it for 2 hours and 6 minutes. This should be available as a VOD once it's done processing. So if you want to go back and watch some stuff, leave comments on it if you want to tell us we did something wrong, because I'm sure everybody's going to do that.
Yeah.
But thank you for being here with us for the last 2 hours. We really appreciate you. We love you.
Yeah.
We'll see you in the next one. And we will, once we get all these parts in, once this list is vetted, we're going to be doing a live stream assembly. And it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And thank you to the man from Vulcan and Blake, especially. You guys have contributed a ton to this. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Any VR titles I can recommend? The VR title, Half-Life Alyx. If you haven't played it, go play it. But that's going to do it for tonight. Bye, guys.
Bye.